What's up, you guys? I'm Ryan Watson, and we are here at the Powerhouse Gym in Tampa, Florida, the Southern Mecca. I'm a Team Allmax athlete, NPC super heavyweight bodybuilder, former NFL defensive lineman, and Tampa's very own personal trainer. I'm here to go ahead and take you guys through a workout today, instructional video, giving you guys some little fitness tips and advice on specifically training the chest. So I hope you guys enjoy. What's up, you guys? All right, man, I'm ready to blast some chest. Our first exercise up to bat is some traditional dumbbell chest presses. And we're gonna add the full extension of the movement. We're gonna add it a 180-degree full rotation, okay? We're also gonna be doing it on top of a stability ball. I know a lot of guys out there might be either unfamiliar with the stability ball or might think that it's kind of pansy. And I'm trying to tell you that you need to get that thought process out of your head and go ahead and incorporate this. The reason being, it's gonna help you guys not only engage your core more, but it's gonna help and broaden your range of motion at the bottom, therefore engaging more fibers. And also the stability aspect of the ball is gonna also engage even more fibers as well. So between the essence of using the dumbbells on top of the stability ball, you're probably getting another 20 to 30% of muscle recruitment. Okay, so obviously that's the name of the game. So leave the ego at home, and we're gonna go ahead and really work on some of those deep muscle fibers of the chest. All right, guys, one of the main reasons I love to start out with this particular type of exercise is because, you know, a lot of guys out there probably walk right into the gym and go right over to the bench press, and if you've suffered from like a torn pec, or damage your rotator cuff in any particular way, you know that the barbell bench press is not typically the ideal exercise for everyone, or especially not to start out your first exercise. So that's why I really find an exercise like this is very safe and extremely effective to initiate the workout with. I also find that a lot of people's shoulders or triceps typically take over when they do a type of a lot of bench pressing. So therefore, I've really demonstrated this exercise to show you how we maximize the full pec recruitment, and we try to take as much shoulder and tricep out of movement as possible. All right, guys, I absolutely love that exercise, mainly for the reason of that. The pump I feel right now is incredible. I really feel like I've really stretched out my chest. I engage the pecs every time by rotating and the palms and really executing the squeeze. And as far as reps, guys, I would really recommend between 12 and 15 for beginners, or for you guys to get the movement pattern down correctly. And then as you feel more comfortable with the exercise, stabilizing yourself on the ball and getting maximizing your stretch and rotation at the top, then go ahead and slowly work your weight on up and bring your reps down between 6 and 10. That's usually the range I stay in between to build a nice, thick, meaty chest. And by maximizing your stretch and emphasizing the squeeze and the isometric contraction at the very top is going to etch in that really good detail in the musculature. So that's typically what I would recommend for you guys. All right, you guys, next week I want you to try the variation of that particular exercise from the incline position. So basically, the main emphasis of this exercise should always be on the execution, okay? And how you perform in each rep, okay? Nice deep stretches, rotating and squeezing at the top. The emphasis should be on the execution and never how much weight you guys are lifting, okay? We're trying to really work on the nice full striated chest development. So the object would be for you guys to look good at the pool or at the beach or on stage this year, instead of impressing the guys at the gym. The choice is yours. All right, guys, once you guys have mastered the flat or the incline position of that variation of the dumbbell press, and you feel like you got the balls to go ahead, or if you're trying to condition that chest, I would recommend you supersetting with some push-ups on the stability ball. It might look easy, but I'm trying to tell you right now, once you're already fatigued, this exercise is no joke. It's gonna really bring up the striations and etch in a nice deep conditioning in the chest. Wow, my chest is feeling ridiculously pumped right now, and it's only the first exercise. Once you guys feel comfortable with doing that dumbbell chest press, I want you guys definitely go ahead and try this exercise out. Try to superset it with some push-ups on top of the stability ball. Dude, it will crush you, man. do 10 reps, 2 to 3 second isometric holds at the top. Really emphasize on that maximal extension and contraction at the top. To take your workout to the whole nother level. All right, guys, next up the bat, we're gonna do some body weight push-ups. Okay, everybody always thinks about push-ups as being something that's gonna maybe give you some conditioning through the chest or maybe build muscular endurance, but not so much muscle mass. And I'm here to tell you that's not right, because you can take this good old school traditional exercise and go ahead and stack the weight up on your back, and now go ahead and try to get your body up off the floor. Okay, and that's gonna build some thick musculature throughout the chest. And obviously, it's a variation. It's something different than a plain barbell or dumbbell or cables. It's something that, if you got a training partner or somebody around the gym, they can just toss a couple plates on your back, bro, and it's gonna go ahead and stimulate the muscles. Just another way to shock the chest, okay? But guys, the next thing to consider obviously for this exercise is the weight placement. Make sure that your spotter is placing the weight a little bit more up on the higher part of your back. Therefore, the resistance is antagonistic through the direct line of push. All right, once you've mastered the push-ups and you stacked a ton of weight on your back, let's go ahead and take it to that next level. Let's add some progressive resistance with the bands. Bands will make them dance, you know that. And the reason I like the band so much too is because it really gives you that progressive resistance throughout the movement and emphasizes and makes sure that you can contract and squeeze at the very top to hold yourself at the top. So as you'll feel, if you never play around the bands, man, you gotta make it happen and get it done. So you wanna make sure that the bands go through the upper part of your back so it gets you exact resistance. So the resistance is directly antagonistic to the direction that you're pressing, okay? So you think it's common sense, but just make sure when you're using the bands or the weights that it's a little bit higher in the back so the weight's being pushed right down on top of the pecs. All right, guys, I know what you're thinking. You're probably thinking, why was he using such a more of a narrow base with his hands? Basically, I remember reading a while back, studied at the Mayo Clinic in about 2005. It studied about 30 different men, did an EMG test on their pectoralis major, and to determine out of all three base positions, wide, shoulder width, and more of a narrow base, the EMG study showed that the pectoralis is maximally activated with a more of a narrow base. Okay, so that's why I'm performing this exercise with a little bit more than closer than a shoulder width base. Okay, my hands are not touching, but with about 6 to 8 inches apart. Okay.